So I've known Susie for over 22 years, but it wasn't until she came back to us after her mother passed away that we became especially close. We worked together at United Way, and then her mother was very ill. She left to go back to take care of her mother up north, and when her mother passed, she thought it was going to be a quick trip that because her mother was very ill. It was 9 years later. When her mom passed away, the first thing that Susie did was came back to us. She was so proud of me becoming a nurse, and we spent hours together almost every week. Along with Debbie, we celebrated our holidays, birthdays, special times together. For years, we watched our favorite TV series together here. Basically, we became the Three Musketeers. Our plans were to live out our lives together as old ladies, like the Golden Girls, in one big house.
Well, first I just wanted to say what a lovely soul Susie was. When my dad was sick and in the hospital, and Susie was battling her cancer, she came to the hospital a lot, and that meant a lot to me, but it meant a lot to my dad. He was just tickled that Debbie and Susie would come by all the time, no matter where he was. And especially, I know Marvin and Tamara did the same thing too, but to be going through what she was going through and to think of my family meant a lot.
As her close friend, I was able to attend her surgeries, doctor's appointments, and hospitalizations after she was diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer. With every test or lab result, she would reach out to me, asking, "What does this mean?" Having to break bad news was not something I wanted to do, but I always wanted her to understand what was happening to her body so that she could make the best decisions for herself. I was glad she felt comfortable and safe in my presence, and helping her navigate her journey with cancer is something I will never forget.
When I met Susie at the bunco, I was in my chemo, and so as soon as she told me that she had the cancer, me and my sister, we jumped into high gear. At that very moment, literally, she wanted to know everything about what was going to happen, what wasn't going to happen, what she needed to do. My sister gave her a lot of really good advice. I gave her some wonderful advice. So every month when she would come, I mean, I've been going there almost, 3 years now, I think. Every month, I'd see her face, smile, and then I'd always comment to my sister that I would hope that she was really truly smiling inside, and I know that sometimes she was struggling inside when she was there, but she really wanted to come to bunco because she told me she loved the bunco so much.
I grew to love Susie so much. Her brilliant smile was just so wonderful, no matter what we were doing, where we were going. Susie was ready for anything. She'd go out with my daughter, who was about her age. She'd go out with Debbie, who was younger and pretty. And then she'd go out with the old gray hair. And Susie was like a daughter to me. She was just such a wonderful, warm, loving, and giving person. And I will miss her for always. I'm sorry about that. All right, everybody take a deep breath. And somebody come up and say something nice about Susie, because she was so wonderful.
My husband passed away about 2 years ago, and at his luncheon for his memorial, people were coming up to me and saying, "You know what, do you play bunco?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "There's this lady who's trying to recruit everybody to play bunco." And I said, "Really?" And they described her, and guess who it was? So there's Susie at the memorial service luncheon recruiting everyone. And I think she got at least one person. I know a couple of people that were going to. But Susie was such a wonderful person, and that's, like you say, that smile and that oak tree and those flowers and butterflies, and I just miss her so much. But recruiting at a luncheon funeral for bunco.
the funny story to me was every time we'd sit at the table, she would roll the dice like in this weird kind of way, and just like this and then like this, and it just little things like that, just mean a lot. Because every time she'd come through the door, I'd always ask, how you doing? How's everything going? Either she'd wear a beanie or had, some kind of like a bad bout, but wanted to come no matter what. Me and my sister were always telling her, put your mask on, make sure you're okay, everything. And so, she was really just a wonderful person. And I can really say from my heart that you guys really had a wonderful friend for so many years. And I would have loved to stay with her at Bunko for years and years to come.
When we were told about Susie, of course, we're like, yes, I want to do this for Susie. I want to be there for Susie. And we did it personally ourselves. We have other employees. But we did it personally, and we played the music that she liked. Fleetwood Mac. Couldn't think of it. We played Fleetwood Mac for her on the drive. We made her super comfortable. I talked to her. So it was just I was just honored to be able to do that for her and be there for her towards the end.
When I bought my place, I had told Susie that I was kind of thinking like a tropical theme for my living room. And Susie brought me this. She had hand painted this picture frame and put a card in it. And it says, happy new home, wishing you harmony in your little corner of the world. And it's got a special place in my house that when I walk by every day to and from rooms, I see it. But even when I change my house and I don't have tropical design anymore, I'm gonna have this because Susie made it for me out of her creativity and her love and her friendship, and I'm always gonna have this.
The month Susie died, it was September last year, this poem popped up on Facebook. And I read it and I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what I want to, part of what I want to say at this eulogy for her. At age 40, Franz Kafka, who lived 1983 to 1924, who never married and had no children, walked through the Berlin park where he met a young girl who was crying because she had lost her favorite doll. She and Kafka searched for the doll unsuccessfully. Kafka told her to meet him there the next day and they'd go back and look for the doll. The next day, when they still hadn't found the doll, Kafka pulled from his pocket a written letter from the doll that said, please don't cry, I took a trip to see the world. I will write you about my adventures. That began the story which continued until the end of Kafka's life. Apparently this is a true story. During their continued meetings, Kafka read aloud the doll's carefully written letters of adventures and conversations that the girl thought was adorable. Finally, one day, Kafka brought with him the doll who had returned to Berlin, but he had secretly bought a similar doll. Doesn't look like my doll at all, said the little girl. Kafka gave another letter in which the doll wrote, my travels, they changed me. The girl hugged the new doll and happily brought her home. A year later, Kafka died. Many, many years later, the adult girl found a letter inside the doll. In the letter, signed by Kafka this time, it said, everything you love will probably be lost, but in the end, love will come back another way. The house is closing in 2 days, July 29th. New owners will be here. We hope that they will love it as much as we have, Susie did, I have. We've spent 9 years here celebrating anniversaries of whatever, birthdays, holidays, Walking Dead every Sunday on that couch. And we had such a great time in this house. This was the house that we came to because it was open and it was like great for entertaining, and Susie loved her house, and we loved being in it and sharing it with her. She wanted the entertainment and the laughter to continue. So we will have to do that somewhere else in her name, maybe on bunco nights, wherever we are off to after today. Unfortunately, Susie passed away much too soon. She was a phenomenal trooper and took a brave path with every turn and setback. I was honored to spend lots of time with her in the end, including her last moments alive. If she considered you a true friend, Susie would do anything for you. In the last few months of her life, she wanted to make sure we were all going to be okay and taken care of. She didn't want us to be sad. I miss her today as much as the day she died. I hope that I honored her. She wanted to die here in the house. It was actually the driveway as EMS took her out, but I still count that as a win because it's part of the house. I miss her today so much and often think of her. I hate that she's not around. I hate that we won't be living our golden years together because it would have been a blast.